Most people are not broke because they don't make enough money. They're broke because their money disappears like a magician doing street tricks in a Walmart parking lot. 1 minute payday hits and you feel rich enough to buy guacamole without checking the price. Then suddenly it's 3 days later and you're eating cereal for dinner while wondering where your entire paycheck went. The crazy part is most budgets they fail because they're way too complicated. Nobody wants to, track 17 categories, color code spreadsheets and calculate percentages like they're trying to launch a rocket into space. A budget should not feel like homework. It should feel simple enough that you'll actually use it when life gets chaotic. And that's why the simple budget works better than the perfect budget, because a budget only matters if you can stick to it. The first thing you need to understand is that budgeting is not a punishment. A lot of people hear the word budget and immediately imagine sadness. They picture eating plain rice forever while staring out rainy windows, thinking about the good old days when they could order extra mozzarella sticks. But a budget is really just a plan for your money before your money disappears. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will absolutely vanish into random online orders, drive-through meals, and subscriptions you forget existed 3 presidential elections ago. The easiest budget system starts with 3 categories. That's it. Three. That's it. Needs, wants, and future. Needs are things you must pay to survive: rent, utilities, grocery, transportation, insurance, basic bills. Wants are everything that makes life more enjoyable but isn't required: eating out, streaming services, gaming purchases, random Amazon packages that arrive so often your delivery driver knows your dog's name. Hmm. Future money is the category people ignore until disaster punches them directly in the face. This includes savings, investments, emergency funds, and paying off debt. The biggest mistake people make is treating future money like optional money. And it's not optional. Your future self is either being rescued by the decision you make today or being hunted down by them like a horror movie villain. And the simple budget works because it removes the decision fatigue. And most people fail financially because they make too many tiny emotional decisions every day. Should I buy this coffee? Should I order this food? Should I upgrade my phone? Should I buy a $50 candle and that smells like confidence and poor financial choices? The more decisions you make emotionally, the more money leaks out of your life. A simple system solves this. One easy method is the 60-20-20 budget. 60% of your income goes to needs, okay? 20% goes to wants, and 20% goes to your future. If your needs are taking more than 60%, that's usually the warning sign that something needs to change. Maybe the car payment's too high. Maybe the apartment is crushing. Maybe you're spending so much on convenience that you're accidentally funding the economy by yourself. The point is not perfection. The point is awareness, and awareness changes the behavior faster than guilt ever will. Another reason simple budgets work is because they are realistic. Okay. The internet loves extreme financial advice. People online will tell you to stop buying coffee and suddenly you'll become a millionaire. Listen, okay. If a $6 latte destroyed your financial future, your finances were already being held together with duct tape and a prayer. Tiny purchases matter, but massive reoccurring expenses matter way more. Housing, transportation, debt, and lifestyle inflation are the real budget killers. Lifestyle inflation is sneaky because it feels earned. You start making more money, then suddenly your spending rises like it's competing in the Olympics. Better car, more subscriptions, fancier dinners, and upgraded gadgets. And somehow you still feel broke while making more than ever. And that's because income alone doesn't create the wealth, margin creates the wealth. The gap between what you make and what you spend determines whether you stay stuck or you move forward. And one of the smartest things you can do is automate your financial life. Humans are emotional creatures. If money sits in your checking account long enough, your brain starts treating it like a contestant on a reality show that needs to be eliminated immediately. Automation removes emotions from the equation. Set up automatic transfers to savings the same day you get paid. Set bills on autopay. Make investing automatic. The less temptation you create, the easier budgeting becomes. And people think discipline is about willpower, but the truth is systems beat motivation every single time. And motivation, it disappears fast. Systems keep running even when you're, tired, stressed, or mentally checked out after work watching conspiracy videos at midnight. Maybe that's just me. Another major problem is that people try to budget without knowing their actual number. Guessing your expenses is like trying to lose weight while refusing to look at the scale. You need clarity. Spending 1 month tracking every dollar without the judgment. Don't panic when you realize you spent enough on fast food to financially support an entire small village. The goal is awareness, not shame. And most people are shocked when they finally see where their money goes. And it's usually not one giant disaster purchase, it's death by 1,000 tiny swipes, a streaming service here, convenient snacks there, random impulsive purchases because you were bored for 6 seconds. Modern spending is dangerous because it's frictionless. Companies made spending so easy that your thumb can destroy your financial goals before your brain even catches up. And that's why cash can still be powerful for certain categories. When you're physically hand over money, your brain feels the loss more intensely. Swiping a card feels fake. And that's why casinos use chips instead of cash. The more disconnected you feel from spending, the more reckless spending becomes. Emergency funds are another part of the simple budgeting that people underestimate, like until life turns into a WWE match. Emergencies are not rare, they are guaranteed. Cars break down, jobs disappear, and medical bills show up like jump scares, and unexpected expenses arrive at the worst possible moment almost every time. Without an emergency fund, every problem becomes a financial crisis. Even saving $1,000 changes your stress level dramatically because you stop feeling like one bad week away from the total collapse. The ideal goal is eventually building 3 to 6 months of basic expenses, but start smaller. Small wins build momentum. Momentum builds habits. Habits change lives. And debt is another monster that destroys budgets because it steals future incomes before you even earn it. Credit card debt especially is brutal because the interest quietly grows while people convince themselves minimum payments are the progress. Minimum payments are basically the financial version of putting a tiny bandage on a broken window during a hurricane. If you have debt, attack it aggressively. Some people refer to the avalanche method where you pay highest interest rate first. Others use the snowball method, where we covered that on a previous video, where you pay the smallest balance first for motivation. The best method is whichever one keeps you consistent. Personal finance is more psychological than math, too. People already know what they should do. The hardest part is continuing to do it when life gets stressful. Budgeting also does not mean eliminating fun from your life either. That mindset, it backfires fast. If your budget feels like prison, you will rebel against it. The smartest budgets including guilt-free spending, built entertainment into the plan, have money specifically meant for enjoyment so you don't feel like every purchase is a moral failure. Sustainable budgeting, it beats extreme budgeting every time because sustainable habits survive real life. Another overlooked budget trick is delaying purchases. Most impulse spending fades if you wait 24 hours before buying something unnecessary. Your brain gets excited by the novelty. Companies spend billions manipulating that excitement. They know urgency makes people irrational, and limited time offers, discount timers, and flash sales and fake scarcity exist because emotional people spend more money than logical people. If you pause before buying, you regain control. And half the things people desperately want last week become completely irrelevant after one night of sleep. The simple budget also works because it focuses on priorities instead of perfection. You do not need to optimize every dollar like a robot programmed by an accountant. You just need to consistently spend in alignment with what actually matters to you. Maybe you value travel. Maybe you value family time. Maybe you value freedom from stress. Maybe your budget should reflect your priorities instead of social pressure. Too many too many people spend money trying to impress people who barely remember their birthday. Expensive lifestyles are often performance art. Quiet financial stability is less flashy, but infinitely more powerful. And one of the best feelings in the world is knowing an unexpected expense won't destroy you. That confidence comes from simple, consistent habits repeated for years. And yes, progress feels slow at first. Saving money is boring in the beginning because you don't immediately see the dramatic results, but financial stress grows slowly and financial freedom grows slowly too. Tiny, consistent actions matter more than random bursts of perfection. A person who saves modest amounts every month for years will usually beat the person constantly chasing shortcuts and miracle hacks. There is no magical budgeting app that fixes impulsive behaviors. There's no secret millionaire formula hidden in a podcast recorded by a guy selling supplements out of his garage. The simple budget works because it's repeatable. Spend less than you earn. Prioritize needs. Leave room for enjoyment. Prepare for emergencies. Eliminate toxic debt and automate good habits. Repeat for years. That's it. Financial stability is usually built through boring inconsistency, not dramatic moments. The people who win with money are often the people who are doing simple things for a very long time, while everyone else keeps restarting from zero every January like a confused gym membership commercial. And at the end of the day, budgeting is not really about restrictions, it's about control. Every dollar you manage intentionally gives you more options, more freedom, and less stress. Money may not buy happiness, but it absolutely buys breathing room, and breathing room changes everything. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found value in today's video, please subscribe. We're looking to grow this channel. Without the subscription base, we can't grow. And I'm hoping to be here for many years to come on YouTube. And I thoroughly enjoy being able to film myself and talk on the camera. Without that subscription base, we can't continue here very much longer. So please subscribe if you would. I would highly appreciate it. Also, check out these videos to the right. It could also help you on your YouTube journey as well, and on your financial journey. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.